Hi guys, I am Pallabi from the studio today. You are watching Kumari Pallabi 19. Guest for today's evening is an amazing personality who works at Public Service Commission Assam. He has recently got selected as Assistant Audit Officer and posted at Jorhat. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hello and welcome Mr. Bishya Darphang to this session of interview. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi Pallavi, thank you so much for inviting me. It is really nice to see you after so long, and I'm very happy that through your channel I have this opportunity to interact with.
So we would like to know about your background a little bit from childhood till now, as well as your educational qualifications.
Okay, I did my schooling. Okay, let me start with so I am from my village is Bumraguri, which is in Jagior, and then I did my schooling from New Life School, Pachimnagor. And then I did my class 12 from Jagior College, same as you. So we were classmates. It's where I met Pallavi. And then after 12th, I went to Shillong. I did my BSc in botany from Shillong College. And then I continued with my master's in biotechnology from St. Anthony's College. After my master's, I took a break of 2 months, and then I joined a training program in Bangalore, and I was working there in a pharma industry for 6 months. And then after that, again I came back home, and I worked in a local herbal medicine company. It is situated in our locality itself. And then I was preparing for exams. Initially, I was preparing for bank exams, then other SSC exams, all other competitive exams. I was trying to get into any kind of service which I could after my post graduation. So that was a phase when I started preparing initially, and then after that I applied for a JRF vacancy in Jorhat, Assam Agricultural University. I joined there as a junior research fellow, and I worked there for 2 years, and then and during those time COVID came. So during 2019, I appeared for the APSc prelims. Then I cleared the prelims, but I couldn't clear the mains. And since then, the process went on. Since then, I started preparing until today. So that was a brief about me.
Okay. So what rank do you achieve this time?
I secured the rank of 52 rank in Assam Audit Service, and this was my third attempt. And first attempt, I couldn't clear the prelims in 2018. And then second attempt, 2020, I wrote mains. And then third attempt, this time I could get the 52nd rank in Assam Audit Service.
Okay. So what are the things that an aspirant should focus in order to clear Viva?
There are many things. There will be different sets of things that we need to keep in mind clear the Viva. We have different strategies. Every aspirant, they follow different strategies. They go through different challenges. For me, since I was I had a quite good communication, and I had good experience working in private sectors as well. So for me to interact with new people, new persons, it was not very difficult. So I emphasize more on the knowledge aspect. And for same will be for someone else who is not very who is somewhere lagging behind in the communicative skills. For them, the approach would be different. For me, it was like I had to work more on the knowledge. I had to acquire more and more knowledge. And interview is all about mostly they check how personality, how they check how you react, and when there is, let's say, they try to, as a civil servant, you would have immense of responsibility on your shoulders. So when situation arises, there would be different kinds of events happening day and today, every day. So you have to deal suddenly, and with the minimum resources, you have to address those issues. So they try to, check whether you are that person to, to absorb so much of pressure, and then at the same time use your emotional intelligence and channelize your attitude towards the service of the people. So that is what they try to find out when they take the interview. So for me, I would say I worked a lot in that aspect, and my knowledge and the value system that I received from my family and the subject ethics which I studied for my means, that helped me a lot. I took guidance from many coaching institutes, not many, one or two. I took guidance, so that helped me a lot. Even from friends, I got some guidance, my seniors. So that was my approach.
So audience, I would like to inform you that Bishya is my classmate. We have studied together during our higher secondary days. So if you are new to my channel, do subscribe, like and share. Okay, during your prelims and mains examination, which books have helped you the most?
For me, when I started preparing initially for polity, I read Lakshmikant, which is like it is the book which is advised by everyone for polity. So there are different books for other subjects as well, but my approach was different. I usually follow materials. I got materials provided by the coaching institute. I got some guidance from the coaching. I took guidance from the coaching. So I believe that reading helps a lot. And when someone starts preparing, they should read. And reading is a very good habit. That's how you learn. You get to know. You develop your vocabulary. You develop your writing skills when you read more. It helps you, especially in mains. It will be more helpful because if you have good reading habit, then only you are able to decode the questions in the mains exam. So yes, reading is very important. I did read basic books like Lakshmikant, and for arts and culture, we have Nitin Singhania. These are the few books. And for modern history, I read Spectrum. These are basic books. Everyone reads all these books. But today, the dynamism has changed in civil services exams. So reading only these books doesn't help. So you have to be, prepared in a different way. So my approach was I would read these basic books once, and then the other side I would have these coaching materials, and at the same time the newspaper and the current affairs section. So when I read a topic, then I used to correlate this topic with the current events happening. So that's how I make notes, and I try to, in a dynamic way. So this helps me a lot, and I believe that in today's, if someone is preparing and appearing for the exam, they would know by now the difficulty level of this exam has gone that far, and almost at the level of UPSC exam. So you have to be very dynamic while preparing. Only reading and hard work is only not enough. So you have to work in a smarter way.
So give us some insights into your work at Jorhat now.
Okay. my work is basically we have to we do audit. We audit mm, the government institutions such as the Gaon Panchayats and the schools, colleges, and town committees and autonomous councils. So what we do is they have a school. They have different accounts, grants. They receive grants from the government. They have accounts. So they are to maintain these records, these accounts. They are to maintain the record in a register. And so what we do is during the end of the financial year, we have to go and check. Whenever the audit is commenced, we have to go and we have to check, verify, and find out if there are any irregularities in using the fund, if the fund has been diverted, misused, whether it is violating any financial rules. So these are some so far with what I have come to know. I have just joined. Actually, our training also haven't started yet, so it will be starting, I hope, by next month. So this is some idea I can give you right now.
Okay, so what could be the drawbacks of the aspirants for not clearing Apsc?
Okay. Drawbacks, I would say, one thing is misinformation. Like today, everyone has a cell phone, everyone has 5G internet. So what we do is we look into different sources in the social media or YouTube. We will find numerous channels, but there are many who are misleading, I would say, or misguiding. So you have to see. I'm not trying to allege someone that, but there can be some. So an aspirant should be very careful when they are the source should be, they should check the background of the from where it is coming. So one thing is this, that one can be easily misguided or misled by the number of these informations available in the digital platforms. So one needs to choose it properly. That is one. And secondly, I would say from one's personal the personal level. They have to, why we see is they need to find, there are many new aspirants coming nowadays, but as soon as they become eligible for this exam, they would come and join the coaching and they will start preparing. But they should ask first themselves whether they are really willing to prepare for this exam, or is it by compulsion or sent by their parents. So that is one thing they need to understand. So that is the second thing I would say. And one who is seriously, who has understood his aspiration, that he or she is willing to go and prepare for this exam. So they should be maintained. They needs to be very punctual, very disciplined, and they should have this patience. Patience. Why I'm saying is, what I used to do when I was preparing. I used to stay in Guwahati. I stayed there while I was preparing. So Guwahati and Jagiroad distance is very very near. So it's just an hour distance. So whenever there are festivals, we go or whatever is going on, I never go. I used to be very determined that until and unless I finish my exam, I clear everything, I won't go. So that was there in me. So one has to be in that manner. They have to choose. They have to be very strong, and they need to have this patience. So that is one thing I would say.
So how was your mental preparation during the struggle days of Apsc?
You are asking about mental preparation.
About your mental health. Means how did you overcome the failures?
Okay. So when I wrote my first prelims, I couldn't clear the prelims. Then I thought, but I was very positive, I would say. I was very positive when I gave my first prelim. I just missed the prelims by 20 marks margin. Then I thought this exam is something that I can do. I had that self-belief since the beginning. Then when I wrote my second, I cleared the prelims, then I couldn't clear the mains. Then the very after writing the mains exam, I called my brother and I told him that this year I'm not going to clear because I knew my uh, drawbacks, like where I committed, where I did my mistakes. So I told him that give me one more year. I will rectify those mistakes and I will come back stronger. So I had that vision, that approach since the very, very beginning. So mental well-being, I would say I was very much uh, I never was so depressed because I I couldn't clear at one go because it was I learned more and more through those failures and I got the opportunity to come back stronger. So and one role, very important role played here is by my family. They gave me time to prepare for this exam. uh, they never call me again and again, disturb me that tomorrow you come home or like that. You take care of yourself, do your homework, and if you need something, you let us know. So they were being very supportive. So that helped me a lot to be mentally very strong. And even my friends, there were friends who helped me. Some of them they helped me financially, they gave me support, emotional support. So those play a very important role in my journey.
So what do you think, whether talent is important or the hard work for APSC?
I would say both are very important. Hard work, obviously, one cannot just without hard work, nothing is you cannot crack anything. So hard work obviously is very important, and talent talent is something I would say everyone has this. Nowadays we have lots of facts. We every day we watch news, we read newspaper, we read book. We are feeding ourselves. We are feeding our brains with facts. But knowledge is something that you have to work on. Work means hard work. You have to work and you have to use these facts and then analyze them and turn it into knowledge. Knowledge is something higher than just facts. And these exams are checking your knowledge, not just like how much information you have. So prelims is a different exam, mains is different. In mains they are testing you whether you are able to, turn your informations and facts into knowledge or not. So both are equally important matters.
So you took coaching from SPM. So how did that coaching help you in the way to crack APSC?
Yeah, it helped me a lot because my first attempt in 2018 that was without any coaching, without any guidance. I appeared for that exam. And, I felt like I was very unfamiliar with a lot of things. I was walking down a road without any road map. So it was like that. Then when during the COVID 2019, when I wrote my feelings, I was here in Jorhat. It was a lockdown period. So one of my friends he suggested me that this institute is good. These faculties are very good. So you can, why don't you just try? So I took a subscription, small course, 99 rupees something, for foreign affairs I took. And when I uh, took that subscription, I did 1 month study, continuous during the lockdown period. Then I could feel the difference in the way they are guiding you, the way I was walking along. So I could feel the difference. Then the next year when I didn't clear the mains in 2019, next attempt, I decided to go on for a full-fledged foundation course. So this foundation course helped me a lot. Means civil service is like when you are preparing, then itself you will you will feel the difference from you will be able to differentiate yourself from the others, and you will see things from different perspectives and different. You will understand, your understanding will be different, your knowledge will be different. You will become a better person in many ways. So that has helped me.
So what type of questions did you face during Viva? Means how was your motivation at that time? What was the motivation? Then how was your confidence level during Viva?
It was my first interview, so and before this interview, Viva, I did just a couple of mocks. I did mock interviews, and I got in one of the mock I got good feedback, and then the other mock I was not very good. And then on the main interview, so it was when I entered the building and saw the other candidate. Everyone was nervous, and you won't believe me that when I went to fetch some water from the filter, my hand was shaking before the interview. So then I was very nervous actually, to be very honest. And then I went when I was called, my turn came. I went there and then I was scared, yes. But then when I went inside, I slowly after a few minutes I could feel my confidence level going up slowly because the board members were really nice to me. I mean, nice to me means I could coordinate and cooperate. I could link up with the questions they were asking to me. I was able to, answer them. And the ones which I couldn't answer, I was very confident that I don't know. So I just told them that I was not able to answer those questions. So I was confident on that. So that way it went well. And the questions, coming to the type of questions, mostly I was asked situation-based questions. I was given some situations, and they actually asked me how would I react in those situations. So it went well, and I got good score on it. So I'm quite satisfied and very happy with my answer.
Okay, so well, Mr. Bishya, we are to the end of this session. And I must say that you are truly an inspiring personality. It was great interacting with you. All the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Pallabi.
Welcome. So, audience, this was Bishya from the field of Apsc. He is currently posted at Jorhat as Assistant Audit Officer. Hope you liked today's interview. I will be back soon with another eminent personality very soon. Till then, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye for now.